Hey everyone, it's me, Yvonne Emil Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling, also known as Silver Moon Counseling. And I am here today because, actually, I'm here today because I'm rocking out with my Guns N' Roses t-shirt. It was a gift from a client. It was amazing. I love my shirt. Anyways, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because we have the Capricorn full moon happening today, July 3rd. And so I wanted to share the chart with you, give you an idea of, how some of this energy could potentially manifest for you, how you can use it to, in your favor, and maybe how you can use it to mitigate maybe some issues that may potentially arise because of this Capricorn full moon. But mostly this is a really cool moon, I have to tell you. And speaking from a 5-planet Capricorn person right here, I like this full moon. This is good. All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you the chart like I usually do, and let's explore that. And then we'll get into the ins and outs of this full moon. So here we go. Here is the moon. Okay. And here's Capricorn. Capricorn is Earth. It is cardinal Earth. So it likes to be moving forward. Okay. So this is why Capricorns are considered ambitious. And, we're constantly seeking to climb the mountain and success and work and all of these terms that relate to, doing something, physically doing something sometimes as well. All right, so here is the sun. The sun is in Cancer at the moment. So happy birthday to you all Cancerians today. And if you will notice, we also have Mercury conjunct the sun. So Mercury represents the mind, okay, communication, interactions from an intellectual component. So the other little placement that I would like to address as well is that we have Mars and Venus in Leo. Now, Venus is going to turn retrograde here in the near future. I will talk about that a little bit later. But Mars and Venus are squaring Uranus, okay, in Taurus. So these are both fixed signs. Here's Taurus is fixed earth, Leo is fixed fire. So if you have been experiencing some, maybe more like sudden agitation, okay, fieriness, sudden changes that could create a sense of like discombobulation, you can blame that on Mars, and especially Mars squaring Uranus, because Uranus is a lot of instability, sudden change, and Mars is action, separation, inflammation, wanting to, put that energy out there. And so sometimes it can come across as unstable, which I have noticed that a lot of people are driving like ridiculously crazy lately. I don't know if that's happening everywhere, but it is definitely happening where we are. I could tell you stories, but let's not go into that. All right, let's talk about this beautiful Capricorn full moon. It does happen at 6:36 a.m. Now, I'm recording this video later in the day, so I already saw this beautiful full moon today, but you will be able to see it again tonight. Okay, tonight you'll be able to still experience the glory of this full moon. The full moon energy is, active for 24 hours, so you'll be able to experience the beauty of it. Don't forget to make your moon water. Okay, this is a great time to get yourself a little jar, put some spring water or bottled water in there, put a little crystal, and make sure the crystal is water, appropriate. Some crystals aren't, but anyhow, and just leave it out under the full moon, because what you can do with that is use that full moon water to imbue yourself with the theme of this Capricorn moon. So let's talk about what that theme is. So as I previously mentioned, Capricorn is cardinal Earth. And so there's this really strong stability when it comes to Capricorn energy. We can go through anything. Like we will work ourselves to death sometimes. I hate to say that, which is also a detriment for Capricorn moon. So be careful not to overwork yourself. But my point is that this Capricorn moon is solid. It is consistent. It is very sometimes ambitious. Okay. It looks to success. It looks to, making things work. So the lens that we use with this Capricorn moon is very much about creating foundations, creating responsibility, creating opportunity, opportunities for growth, because that's what Capricorn is all about. It's constantly seeking growth, whether it's in self-improvement, whether it's financial growth, whether it's, work growth, career growth. We are all about making it happen. And so this would be a great opportunity for you to start, those intentions, because releasing that intention out into the world, because the full moon's about releasing that energy out into the world. So I would suggest anything dealing with establishing foundations, career, public reputation, anything dealing with the 10th house issues, because by default, Capricorn represents the 10th house, and the 10th house is about career, public reputation, putting it all out there. So I would really encourage you to sit with yourself and just let's take a look at what areas in your life maybe need some foundational work, maybe some areas where you need to step into a leadership role, because Capricorn is very much about leadership as well, or maybe just restructuring certain aspects of your life. Capricorn's all about restructuring as well. And so what we do, sometimes we're considered the negative Nancy's in the chart, and not because we want to be negative Nancy's, but because we're constantly looking for those things, okay, or areas that maybe aren't functioning to the best of their ability, whether it's people, you're not working correctly, whether it's people, whether it's things, whether it's machines, whether it's processes, whatever it may be. We sometimes look to find a more effective and efficient way of making things happen. And so sometimes we come across as negative Nancy's because we are focusing so much on what isn't working as opposed to what is working. But please know it comes from the heart. It doesn't come from, being critical for us isn't like, oh, we're intentionally trying to be mean and critical, although some people are. I'm speaking for myself here. But in all seriousness, it usually comes from wanting to improve and make things better, and especially make things better for, everybody that's involved. Sometimes Capricorn energy can come across as selfish, and maybe self-centered or, detached, but that's not necessarily because we don't want to connect, but that's more because we are so focused on accomplishing the goal. So we are very goal oriented, just like Sagittarius is very goal oriented, right? Sagittarius looks into the future, shoots that arrow, and wants to accomplish those goals. Capricorn looks at the top of the mountain and says, that's where I want to be, because that's where success is. So we are very goal oriented. Okay, so how can this energy potentially create, some maybe challenges for you to, just be aware of? Don't work yourself to death. If anything, this Capricorn moon is about stepping into that work capacity, that making things happen, that goal-oriented, energy, but be sure to be very mindful. So if you know that you are already more of a workaholic, this full moon might agitate that. And so you want to be careful with that. You want to make sure that you're finding balance in your life. You're wanting to make sure that you're creating some family time or some downtime, because the sun is in Cancer, and Cancer is very much about family and friends and chilling and taking it easy and staying home. Okay. So, and comfort. So make sure that you find that balance between work and home, work and family, responsibility and, taking some downtime, relaxation. So that's really what this essence of this moon is for me. As I mentioned earlier, the sun is conjunct Mercury. And so there is this connection between that Cancer experience, okay, and the sun is, how we show up in the world, but it's going to be very much about the mind, okay? So, however, Mercury tends to struggle in Cancer because Mercury is air and it likes to move very fluidly. And in Cancer, it feels like it's, I don't know, it's swimming. So Mercury has a difficult time in Cancer. So you might find that maybe some of your ideas that you want to, put into action with this Capricorn moon, sometimes maybe they're not moving as quickly as you want them to. So be patient. Now, that's one thing about Capricorn energy. It tends to be very patient. It's not a risk-taking. It's not impulsive. It is not, I'm not impulsive, let me tell you. And if I ever come across as impulsive, my ADHD is kicking in. So This full moon is about grounding. It's about consistency, stability, responsibility, any foundational work that you want to start. So this would be a great time to maybe consider starting a spiritual practice or a meditation practice, or anything that you want a long-lasting foundation for. This is the perfect time to do it. All right, everyone. That is it. I hope everyone is staying safe, and I will be sharing some additional videos with you about this Venus that's about to turn retrograde here soon and how that could potentially influence you. But for now, let's just get through this full moon. That's all I asked for. Let's just get through this full moon. If you want to learn more about your astrology, you can find me at silvermooncounseling.org. That is silvermooncounseling.org. And the full moon, okay, this full moon water that I mentioned, if you just, leave it out under the full moon, and then maybe you want to create, like, I want to start a meditation practice and I want it to be a long-lasting meditation practice. Every day for this month, you take a little sip of your full moon water as a reminder that you are on a mission to create a meditation practice. Or it could be anything, it doesn't have to be meditation. So also you can charge your crystals under this beautiful Capricorn full moon because it is consistent, right? It is persistent, it is foundational. And all right, that's it. I'm done. Enjoy your Capricorn full moon, everyone. Take care. Blessed be.